Good morning, everyone. We will now call the meeting to order. You can have a seat. We're going to go through. We do appreciate that. We are now calling the Town of Pembroke Park Special Magistrate hearing. The time is 9:07, and today's date is September 20th, 2003. I'm going to read, before we commence, an opening statement, so if you'll kindly indulge me. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, and thank you for being here. Please turn off any cellular telephones to avoid interrupting these proceedings. There are no weapons of any kind permitted in these chambers or anywhere within these facilities. Sir, can you please lower your voice? Thank you. In all issues that may come before the Special Master, we ask that everyone show mutual respect for one another by listening quietly to each person speaking, and that everyone refrain from clapping, heckling, or verbal outbursts in favor or in opposition to a speaker. These are hearings conducted by a special master, that is myself, the purpose of which is to give any alleged violators the opportunity to contest the decision of the code enforcement officer, which resulted in the issuance of a civil violation notice. These hearings are conducted in a quasi-judicial manner, and I am the special master assigned to hear today's case. My name is Andre McKinney. My responsibility is to act much like a judge in a court, and that is to hear cases presented by the code enforcement officers and to hear contradictory arguments presented by the alleged violators. These hearings are open to the public. It is required that all persons who testify as to the facts of the case be placed under oath, including the code enforcement officer. These hearings will not be conducted in accordance with the formal rules relating to evidence and witness. Any relevant evidence will be admitted if I find it to be competent and reliable, regardless of the existence of any common law or statutory rule to the contrary. All documentary evidence must be submitted for placement in the hearing file. No documentary evidence will be considered unless the alleged violator or code enforcement officer submits a copy for the hearing file. Each party shall have the right to call and examine witnesses, to introduce exhibits, to cross-examine opposing witnesses on any matter relevant to the issues, even though that matter was not covered in the direct examination, to impeach any witnesses, regardless of which party first called him or her to testify, and to rebut evidence against him or her. It is my responsibility to make findings of fact based on the evidence of record. The fact-finding determinations of a special master are limited to whether the alleged violation occurred, and if so, whether the person named in the civil violation notice can be held responsible for that violation. I may also modify the decision of the code enforcement officer as to the time for correction contained in the civil violation notice, even though said time is rebuttably presumed to have been reasonable. I have the authority to assess and to order payment of civil penalties, to issue orders having the force of law, to command whatever steps are necessary to bring a violation into compliance, and to assess administrative costs. In order to make a finding upholding the code enforcement officer's decision, I must find that there is substantial, competent evidence that the named violator was responsible for a violation of the relevant section of the code as charged. If I affirm the decision of the code inspector, my order will specify the amount of the civil penalty, the administrative cost of the hearing of not less than $100 if assessed, and the date by which violation must be corrected to prevent resumption of continuing violation penalties, if any. An aggrieved party, including the town, may appeal a final order of the special master to the Circuit Court of Appeals. Such appeal is not a hearing de novo, but shall be limited to appellate review of the record created before the special master. An appeal shall be filed within 30 calendar days of the issuance of the order sought to be overturned. If you are found guilty of the civil violation charge, you will be assessed an administrative fee of $100. The city representative will present their case first, and the alleged violator will present their case thereafter. I will consider the evidence and render a decision after all arguments are heard. Officer Ramirez, may we please have a roll call?
Chief Code Officer Joseline Ramirez, present.
Special Master Andre McKinney, present.
Code Officer Gene Gusson, present.
Nasli Cardona, Code Clerk.
Thank you. Officer Ramirez, adoption of minutes.
Yes, the town would like to put a motion to adopt the minutes of August 16, 2023.
No additions, no changes noted.
No, oh, I'm sorry. We're moving on to the next item. Item number
As to
5.
the minutes, adoption, you're requesting adoption of the minutes
Yes.
as presented?
Yes,
Okay, so moved.
okay.
Do we have any adoptions related to deferrals, additions, or modifications as to today's agenda?
Yes.
Okay.
On the agenda, section 10.1, we're adding case 7587 for an extension of time.
Can you repeat that case number, please?
7587
7587, so noted.
and case 8352 for an extension of time.
Okay. So moved. The agenda is adopted as modified. All those who will be testifying in these proceedings on any case, can you please raise your right hand so you can be sworn in? Anyone who will be speaking today, raise your right hand. Okay. Do you swear and affirm that the testimony that you will provide in today's hearing will be the truth and nothing but the truth? Say, I do.
I do.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we can call our first case.
Okay, we will hear the case in the order that the people arrived. The first case on the list is case 4962. Chief Code Officer Joseline Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 4962. Property owner Almiso USA LLC, site address 5100 Southwest 41st Street, Unit 109, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of hearing to confirm fine was sent by certified mail September 8, 2023, posted to the property and town hall September 8, 2023. It is the town's motion to confirm the fine of $38,200 and let it be noted the property is still not in full compliance.
Is anyone here on case number 4962? Swarza Mario? I'm sorry, I'm pretty sure I mispronounced your name. Come forward, you can use the lectern. Yes.
My English is so bad.
Not a problem.
Can you press the button on top of the mic so it's on? Once you see the light come on. Got it.
Now,
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, so the code enforcement officer has presented the case. Your case is here so that the fines can be confirmed. The property is not in compliance. What's your position?
no, I repair everything. I make the permits for repair everything. I need more time.
What's the town's position with regards to that? A request for more time?
The final order was issued on July 20, 2021.
I see that 2 years ago.
Yes. So we're confirming the fine today. When we do a re-inspection, if everything's corrected.
I make the permits for repair.
Okay, so you have to contact me and I have to do a re-inspection of the property. And if everything is completed, then
Incomplete, I go.
if I mark everything in completion, if it's in full compliance, then we can move forward to mitigation where you can have the fine reduced.
entendí nada. Sorry.
Here's my card.
I talk to you.
Yeah. Schedule inspection with me, and that way I can mark the property in full compliance, because I need to do an inspection of the unit. There was issues in the unit.
I
Okay?
finish the repair and talk to you.
Right. Schedule an appointment after this meeting, okay? But what the magistrate wants you to understand is that today we're confirming a fine, and so we're gonna give you that order today, written, so if you could just wait 5 minutes, okay? All right, and then we'll talk after the meeting,
Okay.
all right?
¿Qué hago ahora?
Yeah, you can sit there, wait for 5 minutes, Nasli is gonna give you the order, and then we'll discuss, and we'll try to translate for you at the time as well, okay?
Okay. Mr. Mario, let me give you an oral pronouncement. Did you understand everything the officer said? You understand everything? When the property is in compliance, you have to contact them.
Perfect.
Okay. Based on the testimony and evidence presented, there is substantial and competent evidence to confirm the fines. The property remains not in compliance. The fines are hereby confirmed. The respondent is ordered to comply and correct the violations. Failure to correct the violation and come into compliance will result in the daily accrual of the per diem fine. Respondent is also assessed $100 administrative cost for today's hearing. You'll get a copy of the order. You can stand right there. You're welcome.
Good morning, Madam Magistrate. Brian Sherman, Interim Assistant City Attorney. My apologies for being late. I did arrive. Unfortunately, the Turnpike had an accident where it was shut down for a period of time, so I do hope, of course, those people are okay. But my deepest apologies.
So noted. And for the record, this was our first case that we called, so
Okay.
the preliminaries. So when we're ready, we can proceed to the next case.
Jean, can you help Nasli make a copy of the order?
And interim town attorney, for the record, there are no attorneys present at this time or noted on the sign-in sheet.
Okay, the next item is case 5330. That's on section 8.4 on the agenda. Chief Code Officer Joseline Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park. Case number 5330, property owner Lara and Lazaro Jimenez. Site address 3100 West Hallandale Beach Boulevard, Lot 504, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of hearing to confirm fine was sent by certified mail September 8, 23rd, posted to the property in Town Hall September 8, 23rd. It is the town's motion to confirm a fine of $27,600, and let it be noted that the property is not in full compliance.
Anyone here on case number 5330, Laura Jimenez? Good morning. Can you please state your full name for the record?
My what?
Your name.
Laura Jimenez.
Okay. So the officer has testified. We're here on your case to confirm the fines. What's your position?
Yeah, I agree to accept the fines that you put against me, because I understand that I couldn't fulfill the compliance that you gave me, the orders that you gave me. But I would like to explain that I have a big problem, because my son died only 10 months ago. He was very sick, and that's why I couldn't finish with all the things that you ordered to me. And I would like that you take that into account, because I am retired and I am a lone woman. I am widow and everything. That's the only one that I want to say. I have the proof of the death certificate of my son. He was very young, and he died only 10 months ago.
I'm very sorry for your loss. My condolences to you and your family. With regards to the confirmation of the fine, obviously with the loss of a loved one, it's understandable that it's made things difficult for you to come into compliance. What I'm going to do is to confirm the fines.
Okay.
However, please work with someone, a family member, to assist you because you obviously are grieving to get the property in compliance. Please take a business card for Officer Ramirez
Okay.
because as soon as the property is in compliance, you want to apply to have the fines abated. There is a process for that. And as a part of that process, you can note why delays occurred in you coming into compliance sooner.
Yes.
Do you understand?
My English is not too good. If you can see that. But I speak a little bit, but not too much. And sometimes I don't understand very well what you say. But I want to ask you if I have to fix all the things that they assign me to do. It is a lot of money, and I don't have it. I don't have it. And then I would like that someone help me with that. I don't know what to do.
So what you ought to do to start off with is on the violation, it tells you what things need to be corrected. You should make an appointment at the counter, the building division, to sit with one of the staff members, and they will assist you with what needs to be done.
Okay.
Because I think that's the first step. And then from there, they can tell you what type of professional needs to be the one qualified to perform the work
Okay.
and everything. And so when all of that is done and inspections take place where they verify the property is in compliance, you can then apply for a reduction in the fines. And then you can explain your personal situation as to why it took so long to come into compliance.
Okay, I really appreciate it.
Okay. So for today, my oral pronouncement will be, based on the testimony and the evidence presented, there is substantial and competent evidence to support the town's position to confirm the fines.
Okay.
The fines are hereby imposed. The respondent is ordered to come into compliance and correct the violations. Failure to correct the violations and come into compliance will result in the daily continued accrual of the per diem fine. You are going to be assessed $100 administrative cost for today's hearing. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
My condolences again.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Then I have to go to the other side?
You're going to get an order. Yes, you can. You can. After you get a copy of your order, you can go to the building counter.
We're sorry for your loss.
Thank you, Jean. No, I signed there, and then she's gonna. Next case.
Next case is on section 9.2, case 8076. Chief Code Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 8076, property owner Infinity Zero LLC, site address 5425 Southwest 32nd Street, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of hearing to abate fine was sent by certified mail September 1st, 2023, posted to the property and town hall September 8, 2023. It is the town's motion to reduce the fine of $72,600 by 85%. That is a total of $10,975. That includes the $100 admin fee.
Officer Ramirez, we're reducing $70,600.
$72,600.
Thank you. Hello, your name for the record, please?
Good morning, Juani Merced.
Hello, Ms. Marcet, and you're here on case number 8076. You've heard the officer with regards to the town's reduction of the abatement of fines from $72,600 to $10,975.
Yes, and that's fine.
Okay. So I'm going to provide oral pronouncement. Based on the testimony and evidence presented, there is substantial and competent evidence to approve the abated amount from $72,600 to $10,975, which includes the $100 administrative cost. You must pay the mitigated amount or abated amount within 30 days, or the original fine amount will resume.
Yes.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And you'll get a copy of the order. $10,975. 30 days. 10,975 days. 10,975. Thank you. And then G. Prior case.
Is this your copy?
No, I don't get a copy.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
No,
So
yes. We can call the next case, thank you.
Okay. Next case is on section 8.2 on the agenda, case 5014. Chief Code Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park, case 5014. Property owner Yvonne Rolu, site address 134 West Lake Drive, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of hearing to confirm fine was sent by certified mail September 8, 2023, posted to the property in Town Hall September 8, 2023. It is the town's motion to confirm the fine of $14,350. And let it be noted that the property is in full compliance.
Linda?
Madam Magistrate, I'm going to read the other case because it's related to the same owner.
Okay.
And then we can confirm both of them.
Okay.
The next case is 5640. Chief Code Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park, case 5640. That is on section 8.6 on the agenda. Property owner Yvonne Rolu, site address 134 West Lake Drive, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of hearing to confirm fine was sent by certified mail September 8, 2023, posted to the property in Town Hall September 8, 2023. It is the town's motion to confirm the fine of $9,000, and let it be noted that the property is in full compliance.
Anyone here on case numbers 5014 and 5640? Good morning.
My name is Linda Doran.
Ms. Doran, who are you in relation to the property owner?
I'm just a friend,
Pardon?
just a friend.
Okay, and you're here on her behalf?
Yes, we're gonna file for, October 18 for a petition for mitigation of the code fines.
Okay, and so that we have separate hearings on each case, and that is for case number 5014, which Officer Ramirez testified that amount is at $14,350. So with regards to the testimony, I am going to confirm that fine amount. As you've noted, you can apply for abatement or the owner. So my oral pronouncement as to case number 5014 is based on the testimony and evidence presented. There is substantial and competent evidence to approve, to confirm the fine amount. The fines are hereby confirmed. The respondent is ordered to pay the amount or seek abatement. Otherwise, the fine will remain on the property. The respondent is assessed $100 administrative cost for today's hearing. And let the record reflect that 5014 is in compliance. Moving on to the next case, same property owner, Linda Duran, you're speaking on her behalf on that case as well?
Yes,
Okay, case number 5640, is it the same position? Abatement will be applied?
yes.
Okay, so the oral pronouncement is, based on the testimony and evidence presented, there is substantial and competent evidence to support the town's position to confirm the fines. The fines are hereby confirmed. failure to pay the fine amount or seek abatement will result in the fine or lien remaining on the subject property. The respondent is also assessed $100 administrative costs for this hearing as well.
Okay,
Good luck to you.
thank you.
This one is 5, okay.
Yes.
That's a different fine amount.
The 36.
Officer Ramirez indicated. Officer Ramirez, as to case number 5014, section 8.2, that amount confirmed is $14,350. I'm gonna. Okay.
Is different? If it's different, we'll just correct it
I
later.
struck through it. I'll initial.
Okay.
That's fine. Yeah, because the record is clear. No problem. And this one is correct, it's 9,000. I have to do this one. You're welcome. Next case.
Next case is on section 7.2 on the agenda, case 6669. Chief Code Officer Joseline Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park, case 6669. Property owner Nerida Flores, site address 3140 West Hallandale Beach Boulevard, Pembroke Park, Florida, lot 232. A notice of formal hearing was sent by certified mail September 1st, 2023, posted to the property and town hall September 8, 2023. There are 9 violations on this property. The first violation is exterior maintenance required pressure wash common areas. This has been corrected. Item number 2, add grass sod on bare spots. This has been corrected. Item number 3, install a shed without a building permit. This item has to be determined by our building official if the shed in fact does require a permit or not. Item number 4, mobile home has cinder blocks as vents without a building permit. This item as well has to be confirmed by our building official, so there are items that can be removed, so as long as the building official overwrites this. Item number 5, removed and installed drywall in mobile home without a building permit. There is no permit for this item, so the violation is outstanding. Item number 6, remove shutters from mobile home for safety purpose, only put on when there is an emergency hurricane warning. The shutters have been removed. Item number 7, exterior maintenance of 4 walls require pressure wash and paint. This item has been corrected. Item number 8, prune and trim trees away from mobile home roof for safety purposes. This has been corrected. Item number 9, exterior maintenance of roof require washer treatment. This has been corrected. So there's only 3 violations outstanding out of the 9. And it is my recommendation to give the owner 90 days. The owner did express financial hardship. So I'm inclined to give 90 days because they have corrected most of the violations, so in good faith. And if not, $100 per diem and $100 admin fee.
Thank you. Is there anyone here on case number 6669? Come forward. You can come to the lectern. Please state your name for the record and who you are in relation to the property.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Flores. I'm the owner of the property.
Hello, Ms. Flores. You've heard Officer Ramirez give her testimony with regards to the violations. It looks like you have 3 outstanding violations among the 9. What's your position with regards to that?
The drywall, I came last week to get the paperwork for the permit, and then the other 2 is the shed and I believe the blocks, the center blocks. Well, those I would like for someone to go and with me and see if it's good, because when I purchased a mobile home, it was there already.
I understand. So the town's position is to allow you 90 days to come into compliance. Otherwise, after that 90-day period, the daily fine will accrue at $100 per day. Do you understand that?
Okay.
Okay. So you want to continue working as diligent as you have been, going to the building counter to see how you can determine, at least with regards to what was there when you purchased the mobile home, but 90 days. You've got to have everything completed in 90 days.
Okay, so first I have to make like I have to make an appointment so they could go see the shed, or I have to remove, what do I do?
I will be reviewing those items, the cinder block and the shed, with the building official. Based on his determination, I will let you know how you need to move forward, and I'll give you my contact.
Okay.
And if anything arises, please stay in contact with the officer so that she's aware, so that it shows that you are continuing to progress.
And then also, I saw the picture where they had like a lot of papers and it was like dirt. That when the mobile park did, I think they put water from the city.
Okay.
And so under there, it's like a big, huge black pipe or something for water. So then they destroy everything from my sidewalk, and I had to pay money to put, pavers and stuff so it could be clear. But they never fixed it, so I had to do that. So nobody.
It actually was the mobile home park. They got a permit to fix the sewer. So that would be something that you have to ask your property manager
Yeah,
if they will compensate you or not.
Yeah, I asked, but they didn't do anything. Okay.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Okay, wonderful. Thank you. So I'll give my oral pronouncement. Based on the evidence and testimony presented, I find there is substantial and competent evidence to support the town's position. The respondent is ordered to come into compliance within 90 days or face a per daily fine of $100 per day. You are also assessed $100 administrative costs for today's hearing. If you step to the right, you'll get a copy of your order.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck to you. This was 90 days. and 100. Thank you, Jean. Next case when you're ready.
Next case is on section 7.4 of the agenda, case 73112. Chief Code Officer Joseline Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park, case 7312, property owner OSNILDA CALERO, site address 3109 Southwest 23rd Street, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of formal hearing was sent by certified mail September 1st, 2023, posted to the property and town hall September 8th, 2023. There are 5 violations on this property. Item number 1 is installation of an addition and fence without a permit. This item is still outstanding. Item number 2, install 2 AC mini splits without a permit. This item is still outstanding. Item number 3, installed cameras without a permit. This item is still outstanding. Item number 4, washer and dryer was added to shed without a permit. This item is still outstanding. Item number 5, mobile home exterior requires maintenance, pressure wash, and paint. This item has been corrected. So there are 4 outstanding items that require permit, and there is no permit in our system, in our building department division. Therefore, it's my recommendation to give the property owner 90 days, because it's going to take some time to complete these permits. If not, a per diem of $100 and a $100 admin fee.
Anyone here on case number 7312? Come forward. Good morning.
Osnilda Concepcion, good morning. That's my mother, OSNILDA, CALERO.
And who are you in relation to the property?
I'm her son. I'm just here to translate for her.
Is she the property owner?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, wonderful. You've heard Officer Ramirez provide her testimony as to the violation. What is your position or your mother's position?
Okay, so we have this company, Hop Construction.
Okay.
They try to pull permits to start the work on the addition. They haven't been granted yet, so that's what we're waiting for. And also, yeah, that's basically where we're at. We're waiting for the permits. We have electrical here.
Okay.
Construction permit here, all the plans for the new addition,
Okay.
and everything for the electricity and the air conditionings. So yeah, we're just waiting on that, and we can start work.
Okay, so it sounds like you've submitted the permit application, and it appears to be by your testimony under review of those plans?
Yes.
Okay, so with regards to the violation, the town's recommendation is 90 days to come into compliance, or $100 per day, will accrue for the fine.
Right, so, but if the town doesn't provide me with those, permits to be able to start work, I mean, work is gonna take a little bit, it's gonna take a little bit to start to work on the property. A lot of things that need to be done, the wiring and all that. So if the town doesn't grant me those, or grant her those, permits, how do we start working?
So,
The company's ready to go, we're ready to go.
so the way the building division works is you submit plans. Those plans have to be approved. If they're not approved, that means corrections need to be made. Once the plans are approved, then they're inclined to issue the permit. But the first step is to get those plans approved.
I think the plans were approved. Let me show you. Can I hand you the?
If you hand me something, it'll be submitted in the record. If that's your only copy, then we'll have to make a copy.
Okay.
Okay?
Can you guys make it, or do I have to bring you a copy of it?
What do you want to submit to the
The
record?
plans and the applications.
Jean, can you make a copy of whatever he's submitting?
There was an error too.
Thank
There
you.
was an error, so that's why we went back and did it, because this has
Okay.
been going on since 2022. We're on 2023 now. So we submitted them and then we had to resubmit. That's why we're here now still.
Okay.
Sorry if I'm a little nervous.
No,
No, it's okay. You're doing great. You can hand the copies to the Madam Magistrate so she may review.
Just for clarification, you said that you guys applied for permits once before, and those plans were rejected, if I'm understanding?
Right, yeah,
Okay.
there was a mistake on the plans.
Okay.
So I guess one of the structures for the addition wasn't made right, it needed some more columns, so we did add that into this new plans now.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're just waiting on the permits.
So you submitted the corrections to the building department?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the company that we have hired, HOB Construction, they're the ones doing all the permitting and everything, so.
Okay, so just make sure to communicate with them
Right.
and that they submit it, because sometimes they would say, yeah, we submitted, and actually the building division never got to it. The building division can also show you how you can navigate to our system and check online if
Okay.
you have time.
Okay.
So you do have the options, to keep track of it. You don't want, sometimes going by word, you kind of need to see the evidence.
Right, so that's what I'm gonna do once I get out of here, I'm gonna call him, and I'll call the building division and figure that out so I can track it.
Right, because normally if the plans are approved, then they will call you, they said your permit is ready to be issued, and then you will go and pick it up.
Right,
But until, your contractor needs to tell you that information.
right, so we redid also the permits, we filed them, because we had filed them last year, and because of the correction and everything, so we got a new paperwork put on the door and then also sent by mail, that it was basically like nothing was done. But we did do it, so,
Okay.
that's the predicament that we're in right now.
No, I understand. With regards to the amount of time that the town is recommending, with regards to that, as Officer Ramirez has stated, you're going to want to stay on top of your contractor because this does require a professional. Mr. Officer Ramirez will provide you with her phone number. If you're in need of more time, you should definitely stay connected with the town with regards to your progress being made, because as you've noted and the record reflects, the violation has been ongoing since 2022, and so you want to stay on top of that. Anything else you'd like to add on behalf of your mom?
We're good, the other thing was that there was already an addition there. It came down with a hurricane. So she basically didn't build a new, she just redid whatever was there before
Okay.
and got taken down. And I have pictures, I went back on Google Earth, the pictures are there is an addition. So, but let's do it right, let's get it done right, let's get everything, certified and made right so that there's no more problems with that. And we're happy that we're in the process now.
Absolutely.
She's happy because she wants to have her house. She loves her little trailer.
Absolutely. As she should, it's her castle.
Right.
So I'll go ahead and give my oral pronouncement. Based on the evidence and testimony presented, I find that there is substantial and competent evidence to support the town's position as to the violation, the existence of the violation. The respondent is ordered to come into compliance within 90 days, or a $100 per day daily fine will accrue. Respondent is also assessed $100 administrative cost for today's hearing. Good luck to you both.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
You're welcome. We can commence with the non-present respondents whenever you're ready.
Just a moment. Okay, we will begin in the order of the agenda. Section 7.1, case 6622. Chief Code Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park. Case 6622, property owner Miguel Romero, site address 131 Janis Boulevard, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of formal hearing with a copy of the notice violation was sent by certified mail September 1st, 2023, posted to the property and town hall September 8, 2023. There are 10 violations on this property. Item number 1, installation of a new addition without a building permit. This item is outstanding. Item number 2, installation of new doors without a permit. This item is outstanding. Item number 3, install drywall on back end of mobile home without a building permit. This item is still outstanding. Item number 4, altered bathroom without a building permit. Item is outstanding. Item number 5, install electrical cameras without a building permit. This item is outstanding. Item number 6, install new windows without a permit. This item is still outstanding. Item number 7, installed steps without a permit. This item is still outstanding. Item number 8, prohibited outdoor storage. Remove all miscellaneous items and construction material. This item has been corrected. Item number 9, installation of wooden fence without a building permit. This item is still outstanding. Item number 10, exterior maintenance of common areas require pressure wash, treatment, etc. This item has been corrected. Out of the 10 items, there's 8 that are outstanding. It is my recommendation to give 90 days, if not $100 per diem and $100 MMP. And I'd like to add on the record that the property owner did come in, the building division, inquiring what he needed to do. I believe this was his second time that I have spoken to him. I gave him information about permits. He says that he wants to comply. So again, it's going to take some time to complete all these permits. So 90 days and $100 per diem fee.
Anyone here on case number 6622? Seeing no one come forward, based on the evidence and testimony presented, I find that there is substantial and competent evidence to support this town's position as to the existence of a violation. The respondent is hereby ordered to come into compliance within 90 days or face a per diem fine of $100 per day. Respondent is also assessed $100 administrative costs for today's hearing. Next case. Thank you.
Next case is on section 7.3 of the agenda. Case 7003. Chief Code Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park. Case 7003. Property owner PLINIO CAJINA. Site address 2312 Charles Road, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of formal hearing with a copy of the notice of violation was sent by certified mail September 1st, 2023, posted to the property and town hall September 8th, 2023. There are 6 violations for this property. Item number 1, installation of addition without a permit. Item number 2, installation of shed without a permit. Item number 3, installation of slab without a permit. Item number 4, installation of steps without a permit. Item number 5, installation of cameras without a permit. Item number 6, exterior maintenance required, pressure wash mobile home in common areas. Out of the 6 violations, the exterior maintenance has been corrected, so there is 5 outstanding violations. It is my recommendation to give 90 days with a $100 per diem and a $100 fine. I have had no communication with the property owner.
Case number 7003. Anyone here on that case? Seeing no one come forward, based on the evidence and testimony presented, I find that there is substantial and competent evidence to support the town's position that a violation exists on the property. Respondent is hereby ordered to come into compliance within 90 days or face a per diem fine of $100 for each day. Respondent is also assessed $100 administrative cost for today's hearing. Next case.
Next case is on section 8.1 on the agenda, case 4887. Chief Code Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 4887. Property owner Ileana Tarafa, site address 113 Lori Lane, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of formal hearing to confirm fine was sent by certified mail September 8, 2023, posted to the property and town hall September 8, 2023. It is the town's motion to confirm the fine of $38,400. And let it be noted, the property is still not in full compliance.
Case number 4887. Is anyone here on that case? Seeing no one come forward, based on the testimony and evidence presented, there is substantial and competent evidence to support the town's position to confirm the fines in the amount of $38,400. Respondent is hereby ordered to come into compliance, or the daily accrual of the per diem fine will continue to accrue. Respondent is also assessed $100 administrative cost for today's hearing. Next case.
Next case is on section 8.3 of the agenda, case 5113. Chief Code Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 5113. Property owner Ismael Lopez and Alberto Quesada Baratu. Site address 129 Janis Boulevard, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of formal hearing to confirm fine was sent by certified mail September 8, 2023, posted to the property and town hall September 8, 2023. It is the town's motion to confirm the fine of $35,150, and let it be noted that the property is not in compliance.
Case number 5113, is anyone here on that case? Seeing no one come forward, based on the testimony and evidence presented, there is substantial and competent evidence to support the town's position to confirm the fines. The fines are hereby confirmed. Respondent is ordered to come into compliance, or the daily accrual of the per diem fine shall continue. Respondent is assessed $100 administrative cost for today's hearing. Next case.
Next case on section 8.5 of the agenda, case 5366. Chief Code Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 5366. Property owner Pembroke Park Warehouse Houses Holding. Site address 3152 West Pembroke Road, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of formal hearing to confirm fine was sent by certified mail September 8, 2023, posted to Town Hall and the property on September 8, 2023.
It's 536.
Okay, it is the town's motion to confirm the fine of $99,100.
Case number 5366. Is anyone here on that case? Seeing no one come forward. Based on the testimony and evidence presented, there is substantial and competent evidence to support the town's position to confirm the fines. The fines are hereby confirmed. Respondent is ordered to comply and correct the violation. Failure to come into compliance will result in the daily accrual of the per diem fine. Respondent is also assessed $100 administrative cost for today's hearing. It's 5366.
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
We have
No, it's this case.
5366.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, I wrote the amount, 99,000.
If it's missing, we'll draft it
Yeah.
later. It's fine.
Next case.
Okay. Next case on section 8.7 of the agenda, case 5827. Chief Code Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 5827. Property owner Ismael Lopez and Alberto Quesada Baratut. Site address 129 Janice Boulevard, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of formal hearing to confirm fine was sent by certified mail September 8, 2023, posted to the property and town hall September 8, 2023. It is the town's motion to confirm the fine of $35,150.
Case number 5827. Is anyone here on that case? Seeing no one come forward. Based on the testimony and evidence presented, there is substantial and competent evidence to support the town's position to confirm the fines. The fines are hereby confirmed. Respondent is hereby ordered to comply and correct the violations. Failure to correct and come into compliance will result in the daily accrual of the per diem fine. Respondent is also assessed $100 administrative cost for today's hearing. Next case.
Next case is on section 9.1 of the agenda, case 5270. Chief Code Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 5270. Property owner 5311 Park Property LLC. Site address 5311 Southwest 25th Court, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of formal hearing to abate fine was sent by certified mail September 1st, 2023, posted to the property and town hall September 8th, 2023. It is the town's motion to abate the fine of $45,400 and reduce it by 85%. The total amount is $6,895, and that includes the $100 admin fee.
Case number 5270. Is anyone here on that case? Seeing no one come forward. Based on the testimony and evidence presented, there is substantial and competent evidence to approve the abatement amount from $45,400 to $6,895, which includes the $100 administrative cost for today's hearing. The respondent is hereby ordered to pay the mitigated amount within 30 days, or the original amount will resume. Next case.
And let it be noted for case 5270 that the property owner is in agreement of the reduction amount.
Thank you for the notation. So noted. This is 6.
Next case on section 10.1 of the agenda, case 7587. Chief Code Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 7587, property owner Jose Colmeneras. Site address 2307 Southwest 31st Court, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of formal hearing to extend time was requested via email September 13, 2023. There are 9 items outstanding on this violation, and please let it be noted that the property owner is deceased and the brother is trying to correct these 9 violations. However, there are tenants that are being difficult and are in the process of being evicted as well. And until then, they really move forward in correcting the items. So it's my recommendation to give 90 days, if not $100 per diem and $100 admin fee. And that would be an amendment to the original final order that was issued on June 21st, 2023.
Case number 7587, anyone here on that case? Seeing no one come forward. Based on the testimony and evidence presented, there is substantial and competent evidence to grant the request for extension of time. The respondent is hereby ordered to come into compliance within 90 days. Failure to correct the violation and come into compliance will result in the accrual of a daily fine of $100 until the property is in compliance. Respondent is also assessed $100 administrative cost for today's hearing. Next case.
Next case is on section 10.2 of the agenda, case 8352. Chief Code Officer Joseline Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park, case 8352, property owner Yesium 5401 LLC, site address 5401 Southwest 25th Court, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of formal hearing to extend time was handed to me on September 15, 2023. There are 4 violations on this property. One of them have been corrected. Sorry. Actually, 3 of them have been corrected. The only item outstanding is that the swale area has to be maintenance, and they have to put new sod. The property owner expressed that they had to evict the tenants that were in that property. And so he also mentioned that he's having trouble. He doesn't live in this country, so he is having trouble going back and forth. And so he requested 60 days. Given the fact that they have corrected some of the items, I recommend giving them the 60 days, if not the $250 per diem and the $100 admin fee.
Case number 8352, seeing no one come forward.
And just wanted to note that this would be an amendment of the final order issue on June 21, 2023.
Thank you. Based on the testimony and evidence presented, there is substantial and competent evidence to grant the request for extension of time. Respondent is hereby ordered to now come into compliance within 60 days of today's order. Failure to correct the violation and come into compliance will result in a daily fine amount of $250, accruing daily until the property is in compliance. Respondent is also assessed $100 administrative costs for today's hearing. That concludes our cases.
And that concludes all our cases.
Shall we adjourn?
Aye.
Adjourned.
Hello.
Yeah, I was just told to come in here.
You came right on time.